Naomi didn't leave, not because it didn't hurt, not because she wasn't confused, but because deep down she felt one instruction in her spirit: stand. The house felt colder now, same walls, same furniture, different atmosphere. Daniel barely spoke to her unless necessary. When he did, it was short, dismissive. No prayers, no devotion, no sign of the man she thought she married. One night, Naomi sat at the dining table staring at her Bible. Her hands trembled. "Lord, I don't even recognize my own marriage." She flipped open her Bible randomly, her eyes landed on, "For we wrestle not against flesh and blood." She froze. This wasn't just about Daniel, this was a war. Instead of arguing, Naomi went quiet. But not weak. Intentional. She stopped trying to correct him. Stopped forcing conversations about God. Instead, she woke up at 3 a.m. every night to pray. A small corner of their apartment became her battlefield. Dim lamp, open Bible, tear-stained journal. "Lord, I refuse to fight my husband, but I will fight for his soul." Days turned into weeks, weeks into months, and still, Daniel got worse. One evening Daniel exploded. "Enough with this church thing," he snapped. "You're suffocating this house with religion." Naomi stood still. No argument, no defense, just quiet. That bothered him more. "Say something," he demanded. She looked at him, calm but firm. "I'm not fighting you, Daniel." That silence, it shook him. Daniel began noticing strange things. He'd wake up randomly at night and hear Naomi praying softly in another room. Not loud, not dramatic, just consistent, persistent, peaceful. One night he overheard, "Lord, touch his heart, not for me, but so he can know you for real." That line lingered. Days later, during an argument, something cracked. "Why are you still here?" Daniel blurted. "Why haven't you left?" Naomi swallowed. "Because I see who you can be." He laughed bitterly. "You don't even know who I am." Silence. Then, for the first time, his voice softened. "I wasn't always like this." Naomi's eyes lifted. "I grew up in church," he admitted. "Learned the language, learned how to act. But I never met God." His voice broke slightly. "I thought if I married you, maybe it would become real." Naomi's heart ached. This wasn't just deception, this was emptiness. That night Naomi didn't preach, she didn't correct him. She simply said, "You don't need to pretend anymore," and walked away. That same night, Daniel couldn't sleep. For the first time in a long time, his mind wasn't loud. It was heavy, convicted. He sat on the floor of the living room, staring into darkness. "God, if you're real." Silence. Then something shifted. Not dramatic, not loud, but undeniable. A deep awareness, a presence. For the first time he felt seen. Not as the perfect man, but as he truly was. Broken, and somehow still loved. Tears fell before he even realized. "I don't know you," he whispered, "but I want to." Naomi walked into the living room and saw Daniel on the couch. To her surprise, he asked for them to say a short prayer together. They went to sleep shortly after. The following night, she walked into the living room and froze. Daniel was on his knees, head down, Bible open, crying. Real crying. Not performance. Not polished, raw. She stood there, stunned. He looked up slowly, eyes red, voice shaking. "I'm tired of pretending." Silence filled the room. "I don't know how to be the man you thought I was," he swallowed. "But I want God for real this time." Naomi's eyes filled with tears, not of pain, but relief. Healing didn't happen overnight, but something changed. Daniel began learning, not performing, asking questions, showing up, trying genuinely. And Naomi. She didn't say, "I told you so." She simply stood beside him. This time, not as someone deceived, but as someone who had fought, and won, a spiritual battle. Sometimes, the greatest victories in marriage aren't won through confrontation, But through intercession, Naomi almost walked away, but instead, she stood. And because she did, a man who knew how to act like a believer finally became one. Thank you all for watching and engaging with our story. Be honest. Could you stay and pray for someone who deceived you like this, or would you walk away? Leave a comment below. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Stay blessed.